Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen.
My people, how are they? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is part 2 of the great man they call Martin Oloja. What he says in this part 2 will blow your mind. You will not believe what you're hearing about Nigeria. Watch this part 2 and it will blow your mind. Listen.
Ooh, it is not about saying, oh, they have killed Christians, they have killed Muslims. That is, it is collateral damage. Where you heard that they have killed the Muslims. It is those Muslims who didn't believe in the fundamental objective of terrorists. They killed them. Okay. And we are now saying that, oh, no. We are saying, look, we know that we have a responsibility to defend our country. We have a responsibility to stand by the government of our country. But enough should be enough. If we have an authority that is higher, that is saying we are coming to help you. Let me ask a question. Who is afraid of this help from Donald Trump?
Yeah. What I wanted us to consider before we conclude on that is that, so I also believe, Mr. Martin, that, look, we can't deny the genocide. But I want us to, our leadership, to manage it in a way that it doesn't divide us.
So,
because yes, so I've had.
Mind you, this guy is very, very good. He's the one that Mr. Ruben Abati is now copying his dressing. This guy started this bow tie and a suit. Mr. Ruben Abati is not copying him, but that's fine. Just some sidebar. So respect to this guy as well, who is doing his program. Respect to him. He's doing a good job. Let's continue.
Friends, my northern friends said, oh, look, I mean, yeah, that's but who is speaking for the Muslim victims? And I said, yeah, of course. There are even instances where you could say that there are more terrorist victims in northern parts of the country because they have more population there.
Yes.
So I think it is important, and then I'll make a comment and then you respond. I think it's important that our leadership, particularly the president, can speak up and say, look, whether they are Christians or they are Muslims, we want to end this. What is the importance of that ability for all of us to come together, Mr. Oloja?
You see, the first thing is even a consideration of the fact that welfare and security of the people, the president should know, and it's there in the Constitution, shall be the primary purpose of government. And if the people are not secure, whether they are Christians or Muslims, it's a burden and it's a responsibility. And the president must fulfill that responsibility to ensure that everybody, it's not about Christian, it is not about Muslim. Everybody is secure in this country. Let me tell you about the implication of division if it is not properly managed. If the way they are putting the narrative in Western press, they say Christian South, Muslim not. It's not correct.
It's not accurate.
It's not accurate. There are so many Christians in the there are so many in the north, Muslims in the south. Wow. So if we now cut it off, and we now these Christians that they say that President Trump is trying to protect, if you cut them into the north, they will be more vulnerable. It will cut them off from their southern counterparts. They will be more vulnerable to violence. These people will finish them. It's in our interest to be together. We should not encourage anything that will divide us. And so our brothers and sisters, whose God is their belly, and they are encouraging propaganda to deny, in order to deny the truth, they should note that there are problems. There are problems. Let me tell you, even immediately, the problem that Mr. President should note, even in the north, that are not in the media at all. There is a local government in Bauchi State that is Christian dominated. They call it Tafawa Balewa local government.
Listen.
You know that under Isa Yuguda as governor, he should hear this.
Okay.
They unilaterally relocated the headquarters of local government listed in the constitution to Bununu. From Tafawa Balewa to Bununu. And the only Christian member of the House of Assembly in that place, only Christian member, a female Christian member of the House of Assembly was suspended for criticizing that illegal relocation by the State Assembly. She was suspended, and that was barely a year after the inauguration of the session of their State Assembly. They suspended her till the end of that session for 3 years.
Wow.
Do you know that what you will not read in the media was that they took the case to court? The State High Court sided with the state government against the Constitution. The State High Court.
Wow.
It was only on 30th September 2025. We will not read it in the media. 30th September 2025, barely 2.5 months ago, that the Court of Appeal in Jos quashed that decision of the High Court and the Assembly, and they cited an example in Ekiti State that no individual, no institution has the right to relocate
The headquarters
of a local government as it is listed in the Constitution.
But why did Governor Yuguda, then Governor Yuguda, why did he do that?
He did that one because that is what they do to Christian-dominated areas.
Hey.
So they removed the local government headquarters from a Christian-dominated place.
To a Muslim-dominated area. So
Are you hearing this now? What's going on? You see, we know what is coming. We know what is coming towards us. It is encroaching towards us. There is fire on the mountain. We know these things are happening. We have the details, the intel that these things are happening. But unfortunately, other people want to do politics. They want to say they have partnership with the North. They don't care about their brothers. I ask myself sometimes to the Yorubas, are you guys really one? Are you one people? Because how can you say you're in politics with the North when you see what they are doing? Today, as we speak now, Oyo State is almost gone. They are in Oyo, and they are now encroaching upon the other areas of Oyo State. The same game, they come with their terrorists, they kill a bit of you, then you get scared and run away. Once you run away, they bring in their people to take over those communities that are, empty. The abandoned communities and villages, they come there and they take over. We cannot allow this in Biafra land. That's why we are saying we want to leave. We have all the information, the details of what Nigeria is planning, what the caliphate is planning for Nigeria. They will Islamize Nigeria through a process known as Islamification. The Christian girl in Bauchi, where he just mentioned now, they had to force her to go to an Islamic area. She said no, and now she was suspended. But if she had gone, she'd be wearing a hijab just to blend in. But she was the only Christian in the House of Rep in Bauchi, in the local government, whatever. And you saw what they did to her. That's a very good example of Islamification. Over time, any local government around the North that Christians are, around the Christian, they will move the headquarters to the area where they are Muslims, to also keep an eye on you guys, to keep an eye and control it. Over time, everybody in that local government, whatever, will be Muslims. The only girl who is a Christian was pushed away. But let's continue. Listen.
So have state terror to fight. Our leaders who are making noise in Abuja, they do a lot of things that are not reported in the media about the North. Have we seen it in the North that it is quite impossible? Last year, I met a girl from Gwoza, local government in Borno State, who obtained 277 in a U.
Jam.
Yes, in UTME.
Are you looking to watch Blue?
in a U.
Jam.
Yes, in UTME, and was trying to obtain certificate of citizenship from liaison office of Borno State in Abuja here, and could not. They told her to go to, because she is originally from Goza, is from an IDP camp. She only managed to get that mark.
Listen.
Was not admitted at the University of Abuja here. I am telling you.
Listen.
But while trying to secure admission to read law at the University of Abuja, she went to Borno State liaison office in Abuja here to obtain.
She's an indigene.
She's an indigene
of Borno
They
State.
told her to go back to Goza to obtain the certificate, but they were giving the same certificate to Muslims from Borno State in the same office before her very eyes.
Wow.
Boom. That's a good example of Islamification. You are Christian, you ain't getting it. You are Muslim, yes. Now, hear the next thing he said. Unless you Islamificate your way, that's the when you start getting things done. Here, the next thing he said, how a policewoman had to go and use an Islamic person to get her own documentation. How she pretended to be a Muslim in order to get her own documentation. Hear it next. I keep telling you guys, Islamization, yes, that's the end goal, but the process is Islamification. They are coming, they are coming. They have come. Watch this now. Keep on listening to the process of Islamification. Listen.
This officer got there and said, this is how.
Take it back, listen.
But they were giving the same certificate to Muslims from Borno State in the same office before her very eyes.
Wow.
A police officer got there and said, this is how I have to use another Muslim person to obtain a certificate for me in this office, a serving police officer.
Boom. That was how she had to use a Muslim person to obtain a certificate for her in that office. That's a serving police officer saying this. Islamification. Unless you wear your hijab, you don't get the job in the interview. Islamification. Unless you dress a certain way, you are not allowed to be around them. Islamification. Unless you convert yourself to Muslim, you cannot be a politician in a particular place or win election in a particular area. Islamification. Unless you swear an oath, if you're from the East, you must swear an oath with the caliphate. That way, that you will uphold Islam and the rest of them. You will give them all what they want. You swear with the Quran. You strip yourself naked and swear with the Quran before they will now anoint you to be a governor in the Southeast. Islamification. In the Southwest, the same thing that is happening now is only the Muslims that are winning positions before your eyes. Islamification. Islamification. Take it back one more time and hear the story.
Trying to secure admission to read law at the University of Abuja, she went to Borno State liaison office in Abuja here to obtain.
She's an indigene.
She's an indigene
of Borno
They
State.
told her to go back to Goza to obtain the certificate, but they were giving the same certificate to Muslims from Borno State in the same office before her very eyes.
Wow.
A police officer got there and said, this is how I have to use another Muslim person to obtain a certificate for me in this office, a serving police officer.
Hey.
Serving police officer that I met. So there are so many issues. Most of the children of Christians from this northern state, you see, this
Listen.
is a very complex issue.
It is.
Very complex issue. Most of these children of Christians from so many northern states cannot get admission to read medicine, law, or these computer science engineering courses, even if their parents, I have so many of them as friends, even if their parents are professors in certain universities, they change.
Islamification. Are you now seeing it now? When I told you the story of my uncles, they have to change their surname in Lagos. As a child, in the year 1999, I saw my uncle change their clothes, their Ishiagu. They stopped wearing the Ishiagu every Friday to office. I gave you guys the story. Those who have been following me, I told you the story. Islamification. To survive now, you must Islamificate yourself in Nigeria. And over time, when they now Islamize Nigeria, it will be normal because you're already used to it. You are already used to it. Hear this story again. This thing really touched me because this was exactly what was happening to my uncle. In the year 1999, I was a child observing my uncle going through this. I told you how they were working in the Lagos State, government, or is it the civil service in Lagos then? But when a man became the governor, when Tinubu was the governor in 1999, something strange happened. All my uncles and aunts that wear their traditional cloth on Friday, where they do like cooking competition, the Igbo go cook, Yoruba go cook, Hausa go cook, Kakaraba go, everybody will cook their food on Friday and they will mix the food to eat. But those days, they call it the traditional days. You wear your traditional clothes and go to the office. But from 1999, when Tinubu became the governor, all my uncles, they stopped wearing Ishiagu to office. Why? Because retrenchment was happening. If they know you are Igbo, you will lose your job. So what they did was they now had to go to the court to start changing their name to sound more Lagosian. Because in Lagos, the Lagosians have a different name. Their names don't sound like Yoruba name. People like Midos is a Lagos name. You see, people were now changing their name, going to court to change their name. They also changed their dressing. They were now wearing kaftan to office. Every Friday they wear kaftan to blend in. From my point of view, I saw it. I was worried because the Ishiago, I love the way it looks on the, on my uncles, the lion head or the other head, the zebra head or something. I love the way those things look. I used to play with the cloth. When they come to eat food in my parents' house, I'll be playing with the cloth because I love the way those heads of the lions look. But every Friday, I was expecting them to come and wear those clothes, and they stopped wearing the clothes. I was worried. I was telling them, why now, uncle, where's your lion cloth? That's what I used to call it. Where's your lion shirt? They said, no, not this weekend, not this weekend. Then my mother called me and said, they are chasing them in their work. If they wear Ishiagu, they cannot wear it again every Friday. I should forget about it. Because I used to be angry that why? They said, son, forget about it. They cannot wear it again coming from work. Because they are losing their jobs. They are chasing them from jobs if they find out they are Igbos. I was shocked then, but I didn't understand it. Now, I understand what they were going through, because sometimes after they come to our house to eat the food, they'll be complaining to my parents what they are going through in the office. That people are pointing them out. People are pointing them out. To those who say they are not the Igbos, the Calabar, una self, them point una out. They call una Igbo, IBO, Igbo, not Igbo, IBO. To the Yorubas, unfortunately, not all of them, but those who were following the Jagaban, they call you guys IBO. If you are from Delta, you lose your job. Calabar, you lose your job. The only way to survive is to change your name to sound more Lagosian. Let's continue with this man. God bless this man. God bless this man. Martin Oloja, today you have vindicated me. This your story that you are saying now. It has vindicated my own story, because I was saying this, that I saw the change happen in Lagos from the year 1999 from my own point of view as a child growing up. There was unity until 1999 when people were being scared to dress in a certain way to show their own culture. They were hiding it. From my own point of view, I saw it. But let's continue. Take it back and listen again. Listen.
Same office before her very eyes.
Wow.
A police officer got there and said, this is how I have to use another Muslim person to obtain a certificate for me in this office, a serving police officer, female serving police officer that I met. So there are so many issues. Most of the children of Christians from this northern state, this is a very complex issue.
Listen.
Very complex issue. Most of these children of Christians from so many northern states cannot get admission to read medicine, law, or these computer science engineering courses, even if their parents, I have so many of them as friends, even if their parents are professors in certain universities, they changed one from medicine to Christian religious knowledge.
Hey.
Arbitrarily, these things are not in the media.
Oh,
we
God.
deny this reality in the media about what Christians in the North have been suffering.
Okay.
Nigerian media with the beguna, make una do what is right. I know your hands are tied, but with the beguna, Stop calling IPOB, they prescribe IPOB. You know we are the ones who are bold enough to stand and speak to the power. With the beg una make that at least just say, okay, Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB, leader. Stop doing this prescribe. You are helping the enemy. You are helping the caliphate to do what they are doing. With the beg una now, only us fit stand them. We are not scared of the cabal. With the beg una, make una support us. To the media with the beg una, do what is right. When you see news, break it as a breaking news. Look at what is happening in the north until it's only this man who is speaking about it now. This man has just vindicated me because I told you I saw this happening as a child from the year 1999. I saw the change happening in Lagos. The trajectory, my relatives based in Lagos, they always come to our father's house to eat food and everything. When they come around, they tell my father's story, what they are going through in the civil service. I've been saying it for a long time. But thank God, this man has made me know I'm not crazy, because I was thinking, is it just me, thinking these things? Nnamdi Kanu today in the court place, he wanted to wear the Ishiagu. They said, no, you will not wear your Ishiagu. It means for the past 5 years now, this man is wearing just one shirt because they refused him to wear Ishiagu to the court. Nnamdi Kanu. He said, okay, if you are saying I will not wear the Ishiagu, I will only wear this shirt then. And since then, his Fendi cloth has been like a jumpsuit for him. Because the DSS, they denied him wearing Ishiagu to court. May God bless this man called Martin Oloja. Martins, I've known you for a long time. I've been hearing you all the time. I read your columns and all those things. May God bless you for speaking out. People like this, I respect you. Let's continue.
Thank you so much. It's a very good place to stop. We hope that we can sort out these differences. And if there are people who want to say that, look, there's another side to this story, we are hoping to also balancing it out. But this, Mr. Oloja has pointed out to quite a lot of issues that are under the surface, that is also brewing this divisive rhetoric. But like I think we can both agree,
yes,
that our leadership has to make sure that there is unity.
And that there's unity, no division. I reiterate it. We don't want to like another country's president to be solving the problem that we can solve. We haven't been able to solve this problem because there is corruption within the security architecture that they have drawn up, and people, operatives, who have been made to do. We understand that our people have the capacity to crush terrorists, but some state forces are stopping them for reasons known to them.
Let's hope that with the new leadership, the new service chief, they have a new opportunity.
Well, definitely, and they even promised that one, I will crush insecurity and this one within a very short time. Let him make good his promise.
Exactly. The new chief of defense staff, the new chief of army staff, and all the other service chiefs, they have a unique opportunity to solve this problem. I believe, I agree with you, that Mr. Trump's intervention is actually a fillip. Something that can help us solve this problem.
To solve this problem, it should not we should not just be insulting him that he's not. Say, I want to help you. Let's get this help and move on to direct defense vote to building critical infrastructure in our country.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Martin Oloja.
Amen and amen and amen. You see me, I have pure heart for you guys. I'm praying for you guys too to make it. Those that believe in Nigeria, I pray for you guys, to solve your problems. But for we the Biafrans, we have left because we've been burnt over and over again. Today, they want to blame this one of Trump coming on the Igbos. They are saying, no, the Igbos went to America to lie. We went to lobby and all those things. We bribed Ted Cruz. This is what they are saying. There's a problem of genocide happening in Nigeria, and they want to turn it and blame on the Igbo. The same way they blame Igbos for the 1966 coup, where some military men across the country, they carried out a coup, but somehow to keep Nigeria one, they had to blame the Igbo man and say the Igbos were responsible for the coup. We are the fall guys every time. So we are saying enough is enough. We are done with Nigeria, and we shall wash our hands off Nigeria. Thank you all. May God bless you. May God bless all the Christians in Nigeria. Stay strong. I know it's not easy. I know, because the assignment is to Islamize Nigeria. Usman Dan Fodio came with a mission, and his mission was to dip the Quran into the Red Sea. You all know where the Red Sea is. But the process of getting there is through the River Niger. And we all know where River Niger is. So please, guys, the ones who are in now, they are bent on making sure they carry out the last assignment of Usman and Fodio. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. This concludes the part 2 of our good friend Martin Oloja's interview. No more talk.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
And they must take over. And Fulani people don't talk, say, look, they want you to, they won't carry this country, make it become their own. Make them come and say, they Fulani too. Now then get Nigeria. Fulani nationality movement. Now them attempted to assassinate me. They wanted to kill me. Now only God helped me that day. I tell you, these people say Nigeria, now the only country where belongs to them. They don't write them. I have documents to show this. I don't send them to president. I don't send them to police. I don't send them to DSS. These people say, look, nothing will stop them because they wanted this revolution in 1800 and they could not achieve it by Usman Dan Fodio. But now they must take over. That they have the money, they have the power, they have the weapons, and they have everything. So this time they must take over. And Fulani people don't talk, say, look,